Hello, Beach Channel viewers. I'm Max Wyler, and you're watching Beach Channel and Food Chat. And we have Minty Z here today from Minty Z's restaurant in Coconut Grove. Minty, hello.
Hi, Max. Thank you guys for inviting me to be in this podcast. I'm very excited to talk about my business and share our food with you guys.
Well, yours isn't just a regular restaurant. You specialize in vegan.
That's correct. So we opened a little bit before the pandemic. So in 2020, December 2020, and that's almost over. So we opened our business because, a lot of people having very bad diet and we wanted to share our food diet because during COVID we just mostly cook at home and so we came up with the vegan idea of dim sum.
Well, vegan is you got to be serious. There's serious vegan people and then not so serious.
Yeah, that's right. There's also bad vegans. They eat a lot of junk food. Honestly, for me, I consider a healthy diet and conscious eating and also protect animals' right. I consider that's a vegan.
Well, let's that you said healthy vegan versus not healthy vegan. I know a lot of people I've talked to who say I'm vegan, and I look at them and I'm expecting to see thin and healthy and all, and I see heavy. Why is that?
Well, so I feel like people are a little bit misunderstanding like how they eating, how should they eating, and being vegan, it's not just like, oh, eat a bunch of fried, eat a bunch of like Beyond or Impossible, then that would make you healthy. No, that's not. You have to focus on you have to have carbs, you have to have plant-based protein, you have to have good fat, you have to have minerals, you have to have vitamins from, fruits and grains,
So
etc.
so meat by itself isn't what's making people fat. If somebody replaces meat with potato chips, they're technically vegan, right?
Sorry, can you come that again? I
Well, I
didn't
mean,
really understand.
a lot of people think you're eating meat and all that's what making by itself makes you fat. But if you can eating potato chips or something technically is vegan, right?
I wouldn't say eating meat is making you fat. I think a bad diet is what making you fat, having bad habits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have an interesting menu at your restaurant. Talk to me about it.
So most our items are like dim sum as dumplings and bao buns. So all our food it's made from scratch. Um, Most our vegetables are organic. Like, we have the avocado spring roll. We have the classic bao buns. That we make our own beef. That's made from soy protein, pea protein, nutrition yeast, and coconut fat. So
Beef's one thing in an Asian style of food and stuff, which you're making. What about pork? How do you recreate that?
I would say like the pork in Asian culture is very big, and we're not trying to just make fake meat, if that makes sense. We're trying to keep the vegetables its own flavor. We're trying to make the vegetable that's combined together taste nutritious and taste delicious.
All right. Well, our producer Debbie has some pictures of some of your fine food that she's got up on the screen now. What are we looking at here?
So we
Looks
have
good.
we have some smashed cucumber salad that's made with cucumber, cilantro, pickled carrot, yuba as tofu skin, And we have this sauce that we make with black vinegar and chili oil. That's one of the best items.
Sauce is important in all this because a lot of people on vegan side say taste. That's a problem to being vegan is it's not spicy. It's bland a lot of times.
Yeah, that's a very good observation. So for vegan food, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to make vegan food in other cuisine, I think, personally speaking. But in Asian food, because I have so many spices and have so many other like exotic vegetables that American people that never seen it before, and is delicious. Like all kinds of mushrooms.
Well, speaking of delicious, look at this. What is this?
That's speaking of the mushroom. This is the king oyster mushroom bao. This is also one of our highest sell item. People loves it. So we roasted the king oyster. We shred it and we roast it. And the bao buns we make them by hand, and then we put the chili mayo and the crispy onion, and it tastes just like meat, like have a meat tasty a barbecue bao buns.
So what's a yes and a no at your vegan style of restaurant? Eggs, yes or no?
I wouldn't consider eggs or vegetarian, but it's not vegan. Yeah, okay. So we don't have eggs at the restaurant.
All right. Now I see something else interesting here. What is this?
So that's the broccoli cheddar wontons. We also have Wonton Wednesday. So every Wednesday we have those are $1 each.
Wonton Wednesday. Wow, that sounds good.
Along with the Cuban corn wontons. So this is made from cashew as the cheddar, and with broccoli. And it's kind of spicy, but people loves it. It has a great flavor, and it's like melt in your mouth.
Well, we know on Wednesday what's the most popular dish, but what's the most popular dish at your place generally?
I would say the bao buns, the one that I just introduced, the king oyster mushroom bao buns. Oh, the massaman curry noodles. We don't have pictures here, so people can come to the restaurant and try that dish. I personally really like it. I used to eat it every day. And this one is the dessert, one of our dessert. It's called chocolate rose dumplings.
Well, I mean, it looks like rose dumplings, but it doesn't look chocolate. Does it taste chocolate?
So the inside, the filling is made from chocolate. So it has a chocolate ganache inside of the flour.
So chocolate's allowed on vegan diet?
If it's dark chocolate, yes. Mm-hmm. If it's milk chocolate, then no.
Because I've seen some substitutions with Brazil nuts, right? Don't they make certain versions of chocolate with Brazil nuts or no?
Well, if it's nuts, then that's also considered vegan. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So vegan is nothing that you involve with animal product, then that's considered vegan. Like some people consider honey as vegan, but we wouldn't think honey is vegan. And also we are...
Well, why not? Honey sounds as vegan as you can be. No animals hurt, no fat, really.
Bee. The bee is the one who making the honey for themselves. So we wouldn't consider that as...
So you're stealing from the bee.
Yeah, kind of a way of saying that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, those poor busy bees. Someone comes along and steals their honey. I get it. Do you have a honey substitute or something that you use to sweeten stuff, or what do you use to sweeten things?
We use agave. Mm-hmm. We use agave syrup. We use maple syrup. Yeah, and we are getting a kosher certificate as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
Now, what are we looking at here? Are these desserts? Another dessert, or what is this?
Those are our retail. Those are our classic bao buns. And
this is your number one selling item.
Yes.
Okay.
So people can get it from the store, such as Golden Hawk. I don't know if you know about that market. It's on Key Biscayne.
No, I don't. I get out to Key Biscayne now and then. But Coconut Grove, where you are... I get to a lot, and I like Coconut Grove. How'd you pick Coconut Grove?
It was a very interesting story because we were looking for places before COVID, and COVID happened. Everything shut down. We had to like do a big pause. Um, then my friend told me about the Coconut Grove Farmers Market because it's all vegan and organic. So we went there and we're just kind of walking and we saw our place and we're like, ah, this is a cute place in Coconut Grove. So we found this location apparently.
Oh, wow. Well, cool.
Yeah.
So what are these? I'm looking at some jellies or something. What are these?
So those are our sauces. Like I said, everything is made in house. So those are the spicy peanut sauce. It's called dragon sauce. And the other one is the ginger tamari sauce. And the top, the red one, is the cauliflower kimchi.
Love ginger. Ginger's awesome. So what would you put that you use this on to spice things up? What would you use these for?
So those you can, if you get it for home, you can put it on your fried rice. You can put it on your noodles. In the kimchi, you can make your own bowl. For example, you can put some avocado, some kimchi, some rice, some beans, some spinach or kale. It tastes delicious.
So rice is another area where if you go vegan, you could get in trouble if you eat too much rice, huh?
Yeah, I would say so. Too much carbs. Anything too much is not good for you. You have to have a balance.
Yeah, I figured that out. Unfortunately, I like too much of a lot of things. So, especially wine. Do you have a liquor license or do you do any type of liquor? Is that not vegan?
I have, yes, most our alcohols, wine and sake, they're all vegan. We don't have a hard liquor license, no. But I have some like sake-based cocktails. And for example, I have a yuzu spritz that people likes it. I also have a lot of mocktails as well.
Mocktail. That's an interesting name. Tell me about that.
So people who is vegan or wanted to eat some vegan food, mostly they were in like a healthy diet. At least they don't want to go full vegan, but they wanted to try what's this about. So the mocktail that we have, it's a kombucha based, and there's another one. The kombucha based is have peach puree, have basil, lemon juice, and I make a spicy ring, and then you and you top with kombucha.
Mocktail though, I don't get it. What's the play on words from cocktail, right? It sounds like just a vegan cocktail.
Well, if it's a cocktail, you technically still vegan. Mocktail, it just no alcohol in there.
Okay.
It just
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Now your location, it's interesting. We're looking at a picture of it right now. You're on Grand Avenue.
Yeah,
in Coconut Grove.
We are right across from the post office.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we're in the intersection between McDonald Street and Grand Avenue.
All right. The Coconut Grove, the Grove is going crazy as far as just one of the most popular places in Miami to live and hang out.
Yeah, it's true. And it's a good and bad because too many businesses get into the Grove, and it's only so many places that you can live in the Grove. So that create a huge competition for sure.
It's very, when I was growing up, it was the place where the hippies and stuff hung out. Hippies couldn't afford the Grove anymore.
Yeah, I know. That's why a lot of people moved out. A lot of our clients, they moved out of Miami. They live in Homestead. They live in Virginia. They live everywhere besides Miami.
So you mentioned your clients. Are families? Are they older people who are getting serious about their diet? Tell me your typical client.
Okay, so I think our client, it's between 20 to 60.
Wow,
mostly,
that's a big range.
Yes, but mostly women.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly women. And even we have a male customer, usually they come with their girlfriends, with their, family or wives, because women are more conscious about healthy eating, mostly the man, I would say.
That's why they live longer, right? So, as far as, have you always been in the restaurant business, or what made you think of starting a restaurant?
So I was a bartender. So my husband, he's
Oh,
in the
okay.
restaurant industry over a decade.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I'm just very interested in like mixology. Yeah, I was a
Oh.
bartender when I was in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is that where, so you all were in New York. What made you come down to South Florida?
The warm weather.
That'll do it. And a little craziness in New York these days. It's a little strange, especially to run a shop and a restaurant and all those other things there. It's a little scary.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been back New York for like almost 2 years now. Um, I miss the food in New York. That's the big thing that I missed about.
They made it very hard during COVID for a restaurant to operate. It was impossible.
Yes, but still, overall, the food in I'm just saying as a consumer, I miss the food in New York. Period.
Miami's getting there though.
Yeah, it's getting there, but it's not a lot of. You have to have the authentic people to run the business. Like if you are Japanese, you have a ramen place. Yes, it's gonna be tasty. It's gonna be tasty. If you wanted to create a fusion, like it's not gonna, for me, it's not authentic. It's not the same.
No, I agree.
And in New York, it's all about the authentic, and yeah, it's better.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's lots of competition in New York, and now with a lot of the New Yorkers relocating to South Florida, they want that same level of restaurant. And in the last 5 years, especially, the restaurants have gotten really good. The Coconut Grove really didn't have any great restaurants until just recently. I mean, you have Your Place and Jaguar is very good, and there's quite a few other ones that have opened up recently that are very good. So before it was fast food and bar food and stuff like that. So yeah. So why do you think more Americans are going to embrace this vegan thing?
What honestly, no, I don't think so.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Hard and expensive to do it right. No.
Yeah. Like it's interesting of people's habit. Like the healthy people, they mostly wanted to eat at home to make their meal more healthy. And the people, like ever since the pandemic, I saw some reports and some articles say about people are more into fast food because it's convenience for them, and the other one is most people cook at home, so that's kind of like created like a divider between the clients.
I mean, that's a problem. I mean, after you have a long day of work and everything else, and then if it's easy, usually if it's easy, it's not good for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I hope people can be a little bit more conscious about their healthy like eating style, because I just feel like even you want to eat meat, you want to eat like once a while, that's fine, but do it at home. Think of the restaurants. They're not gonna give you the greatest meat quality, the good quality of meat. Like the eggs, they're gonna give you the cheapest eggs. It's the fact.
Well, I mean, as far as it's really great what you are doing, exposing people to a healthy lifestyle with vegan and all that. And your location couldn't be better. I mean, as far as being able to get there and all that. And we're running out of time, but I thank you for coming down to our studio, and can't wait to go try your vegan food in the Grove. So thank you very much for being on the show. And hopefully you'll come back. And I can't wait to go to your restaurant. Can't wait. It sounds great. So you've been watching South Florida Food Chat, and I'm Max Wyler, and you're watching the Beach Channel.